And I indicated then that I had a concern that we were drifting towards a more European model of multiculturalism, where parallel communities have developed, rather than maintaining our successful path of integrated multiculturalism, where communities and people blend together. And today I want to expand on one of the most important elements to maintaining our successful multicultural model, and that is a shared language. And I want to outline the troubling declining English language capability, why this is a concern, and then the steps that we should be taking in order to address this. So what actually explains this rapid growth in numbers in Australia that aren't speaking English well? And there's a few factors there. Perhaps the most important is the sheer number of migrants coming into the country today, combined with an increased proportion who are coming in who are not speaking English well. So when you look back, for example, back in 2006, the figure of migrants coming into the country who didn't speak English well was 18.6%. By 2016, that figure had jumped to 24% and off a larger base as well. Further, it's not automatic that people learn English by being in the country, even for some considerable length of time. In fact, the data shows that about 10% of the overseas born don't speak English well or at all, even after 17 years of residence in the country, which correlates to about half the people who came not speaking English, still not speaking English 17 years after they arrived. In addition, when you look at the public policy settings of the government, we actually only require English capability on limited number of categories of people who do come into the country. And that is on the primary applicant for skilled migrants and for students. There's actually no English language requirement for the secondary applicants, which is, say, the spouse or the family member of the skilled migrant, nor for the family reunion stream or the humanitarian stream. Which meant that last year, when you look at almost over 200,000 people who became permanent residents, only about 29% of those people actually had to go through an English language test before getting their permanent residency. First, whether the international English language testing system is actually the best one for assessing English capability. This global test was largely developed for academic purposes and some skilled migration purposes, and it still serves us well for the skilled migrants coming in. But if the objective for the other applicants, as I indicated, is social cohesion, then perhaps an Australian developed test may be more appropriate, focusing on the most important elements for integration, which is listening and verbal skills, rather than putting too much emphasis on the writing skills. Second, an English language requirement at citizenship level only, may be a disincentive for someone becoming a citizen. Instead, they may choose to stay on permanent residency, which brings most benefits, but not the vote or the passport. And from society's perspective, it doesn't bring the final pledge of allegiance. And as you probably know, there's many people who are on permanent residency for sometimes decades. They can stay in the country, they access all the services in the country, but you don't get the rights. You don't get the right to vote. You don't get the passport. And as I mentioned, you're not declaring your full allegiance to the country, which you do when you become a citizen. But if the barrier at citizenship is too high, then the argument has been put that some people will not become a citizen, instead just stay as a permanent resident, when ideally actually people would move through to that final stage. And consequently, it's been suggested that basic conversational English capability should be required before receiving your permanent residency. Now, this would become a much stronger incentive to learn the language, as permanent residency is where is the most important objective for many, where most of those services do become accessible and where effectively you're guaranteed a spot forever in Australia. Now, we're going to examine those suggestions as we develop our final proposals. I've outlined today that we as the government believe that it's in both the national interest as well as the interest of individual migrants to address the decline in English language capability.